I think... There. There they are in the press. They are... Okay. What time is it? It is... dark, if nothing else. Oh, I have been working on these far later than I expected to. The books are so interesting. The snippets I have found, the potential for what is in there, I almost don't want to tell anyone about them still, but they're not mine. And I can't exactly make them disappear, as much as I certainly considered telling Rune that I couldn't salvage them, but I can't keep going around being paranoid when people seem to want to help and want my help. We'll see. I have my own notes. I can see what Rune potentially has to add. I should let Rune know before I go to bed that these books will likely be ready. I've prepared the books. They should be ready by morning. I think perhaps I will retire for the night and yes, I think that...
Hello? Hello? How high up do you think?
Rune?
Hi! You said the books were done. I've arrived.
Yes, I've been the books... I mean, they're... hello. They're partially done. I did not expect you to be here now. It's
morning, and it's like 3. This is my dog. Oh, hold on, let's go.
Oh.
Come here, Gizmo. Come here. Come here.
Hello.
Sit. This is Gizmo. I made him.
Hello, Gizmo.
I made him all by myself. Not actually.
He's
Sylph was there the whole time.
He's-
we made him. Me and Sylph.
Hello there. He's entirely machine?
Yes.
Oh, that is fascinating. He's
He's all parts. He's got his little exhaust pipes at the top. And
yes.
there's the exhaust pipes at the top. Then there's the gauge over here on the side to regulate his temperature and all
yes, I
that.
can see.
His gears keep turning, and this one on the back keeps running just to make sure he doesn't get too stagnant when he's sat.
He's wonderful. It is very nice to meet you, Gizmo.
Okay, Gizmo, say hello.
Oh,
Good boy.
he speaks.
He's got like three at the moment, different voice commands or voice options, I guess.
I see.
Voice things he can do. He's got a whine and a growl and a bark. I'm working on more.
Very ingenious. It's wonderful to meet you. Sorry, I was not expecting you here. The books, they're still...
you
still
said
pressing.
morning, and technically it's after midnight, so it could be morning.
Is true. They are currently in the book press. They probably need a little bit more time, at least 30 minutes for the glue to properly set. I'm sorry. I thought I would let you know before I went to bed to just...
I got so excited. I teleported here. I was going.
You got here very quickly.
I'm so fast with this thing. I'm speed.
Oh, you are. I don't think I've seen this before.
It's my understaff. It teleports me around. You might find interest in this. I've recently written down copies of all of my inventions that I've made thus far, and I'm thinking once I finalize them, they could be something interesting to put in a library.
Oh yes, that would be wonderful.
I've had my works in a library, but they could be helpful. Anyone else who needs to make the things that I do, like a grappling hook or something.
Oh, yes. I mean, yes, if you would like to donate some patents or schematics or anything like that to the library, yes, we'd happily find a space for them.
I can do that once I finish them a bit more. But so they're not ready now. Not right now.
Not right now, unfortunately. Maybe the glue will set enough in perhaps 20 minutes, 30 minutes, perhaps maybe an hour.
Okay. All right. That's not too bad. That's not too bad.
While you're here, and speaking of inventions, I suppose, the spyglass.
Yes, I've got one of those.
Yes.
I'll put it. There you go.
Would it be possible to sort of do this, but bigger?
Oh, like
a
telescope,
like
a big telescope.
Yes, yes.
Well, I don't see why not. Absolutely.
Do you
want to build a telescope?
I would quite like to build a telescope. I have equipment that I was hoping to make into a telescope, but I haven't quite been able to
make into that. Show me what you've got so far.
Of course, yes. I haven't quite
been able
to
the telescope
to properly align lenses in a way that is successfully done any actual telescoping. So this way, this is my. Please ignore my very rough attempts at schematics. I know it is mostly made of mud. But,
there's so much gas, there's so much scaffolding and bits.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. It's mostly made of mud, but this is sort of the general construction I've been thinking. I have this collection here of varying.
Let me come inside.
I guess bring him.
I like your flags.
Inside. Yes, it was initially incidental, and then it just became much more intentional.
No, it's perfect.
It is wonderful. Yes, I had a conversation with Eden about it, where yes.
But wow, that's a lot of bits in here.
Yes, I've been sort of collecting bits and pieces, various lenses, glass crystals, things that made reflect light in the way. Yes.
All right. I mean, if we've got like. I mean, if you want help, I'm here. You know.
I mean, I would love help since we're here. If you would like to stick around, I know it's the middle of the night.
That means nothing to me. I would absolutely love to help build this telescope. This sounds really cool.
Absolutely, that would be wonderful. Thank you. I greatly appreciate it. As you can see, that my attempts at scaffolding leave something to
No, the schematics are here.
The schematics are here. Yes,
I see the vision.
I will admit it was created in a mildly sleep deprived state whilst waiting for glue to dry. So it's I am glad that it is as coherent as you seem to be making it out to be.
I think it's nice. Okay. So what are you thinking for we got copper and deep slate.
I was believing copper. Just I feel like the mechanical parts, the
do we think it like
telescoping,
wanting it to look kind of like this? So like going like the copper bits?
Yes, I suppose. I figured the mechanical components, the sort of actual telescoping mechanism would likely be easier to make out of copper than wooden materials, but just having the wooden materials and the stone as a base would likely make it a little bit more stable if it's going to be up here permanently.
That's true. Okay. Here, let me... Trying to think of a good place to start. Do we want to start with, like, doing it with wood and then kind of bleed into the copper?
Yes, I think that makes sense.
This crafting table is just all the way over here. I'm going to move it.
Oh, yes, we can move it.
Now it's floating.
Feel free to move anything around if you would like.
Okay, I'm gonna grab like some spruce, just some good old fashioned like stairs and things, and maybe a little bit of the trapdoors.
Yes, likewise.
It's very high. Yes, I'll be very careful. I've got my boots on.
Yes, be careful. There are a few spaces where the
railing
is not entirely
railing.
It's
not quite. Have you fallen off?
Only a few times. It's
only
not
a few times. How many is a few?
It depends. 6.
Depends. What do you mean? Depends. Depends on what.
Well, it depends what you would consider a few. You know, Sometimes I feel it's like
just found just now.
Just jumping out as falling if I do it intentionally.
You know, scientifically, I guess not.
Scientifically, who knows?
You know, it's fine if you just believe hard enough.
Yes,
Okay, I'm trying to get a good shape here.
Yes, I am appreciating the shape.
Like that, and we can change the blocks out, but to give us a good like shape with the use of because we can't get copper quite as thin as the trapdoors and things. But maybe like this vaguely. I don't have a shovel, so I'm just going at this with my hands.
I also don't have a shovel, which is surprising considering I built this mostly of dirt.
you just kind of went for it. I forgot snow is a thing up here. You got a little snow yet on your telescope?
Yes, it gets a little bit snowy up here. I suppose I did not consider it. I may have to come up later with some kind of mechanism to dry
some string or something.
Something to just cover or at the very least dry the lens.
Maybe like there. Okay. How do you think about this shape that I'm shaping here? You think the shape is shaping in a way that makes a shape?
I think this shape is shaping.
Sorry, that was probably really silly vocabulary.
No, this is exactly the kind of vocabulary that my building often takes the form of. Yeah, it is shaping. I agree.
Your shape is shaping. All right. Yeah, maybe I will start finagling this end a bit to look a little more fun, adding some more bits. If you can, you have the wings, so maybe you should work on the lens part.
The lens, yes, I can do it first, certainly.
It's because you specifically have a better means of catching it. I mean, the roof is right there, but you know.
Yes, you make a good point.
Just slightly safer. I wonder if I can use. Have you got like this bridge supports in here? Can I get these in? It's maybe like. Ooh, that feels fun. That feels supporting.
It sounds as though you are cooking behind me. I am.
I am in fact in the kitchen behind you. This was bound to occur. Just hear the crystal go off and then you're gone. Oh no. Do you think it could be fun to do
wait.
The copper bits in a gradient?
Yes, I think that could be very
Are you alright?
Sorry, I'm still giggling at bound to occur. It's
Let me make my references.
I don't know what you're referring to. It is.
You have to watch it. It's a good TV. It's a show.
It's a show on your television that I've heard so much about.
I've made a lot of things, and the TV is by far the most wonderful thing I've ever come out of the world with. You know, it's pretty cool. You've got to come watch it sometime.
I'll have to come by sometime and watch the television.
And watch TV. Right now, I think it's Dragon. That's pretty neat.
It's just Dragon?
I think so. I don't remember, but it might be.
This is fine.
Every time you say this is fine. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think it is.
You don't believe that it's fine. Perhaps that is
believe.
Perhaps that is smart.
To not think that it's fine. The books, you restored them. I don't actually know how that really works. How did you do that?
Well, luckily the books themselves were not quite as damaged as we had first suspected. It is interesting. The sculk you called it. This material. I thought it was some kind of mold, but it's more of a moss, I suppose. It has sort of grown on the exterior, but I was able to scrape away portions of it. And most of the pages were intact. It was only the more fragile biological components of the binding, the thread and the leather of the cover that had sort of
like a lichen.
Yes, quite like a lichen. Yes, it's a strange.
Fox said that.
It's mildly bioluminescent, which is not typically something that is seen in, I suppose, non-aquatic species of plant life.
It doesn't quite match its area.
Yes, it is almost as if it evolved in like a large aquatic area. I don't know, the amount of water that would need to exist for that level of evolutionary development for the species. More water than I have ever seen in a single place, I feel. But
that's true. It's not
curious.
like we've got oceans or anything around.
No,
not anymore.
Not anymore.
I've read about them sometimes. The oceans.
Yes, I have been wondering if perhaps it is a remnant of the oceans, I suppose. But yes, the books I managed to after separating some of the pages. I
just want to point it out, Virgil. You have the wings here of us.
I do. I'm not very good with them. I injured one of them when I was quite young, and I don't think it ever quite healed properly. And I suppose that my habit of picking at feathers is not particularly conducive to flying either. Yes. But sorry, the pages. Yes. After removing some of the previous binding, on some old books, the glue that's used is not exactly made to last. It cracks and it begins to fall apart. So I removed the glue, restitched most of the books, managed to find them a new home in the cover. But for the most part, they seem to be in wonderful condition beyond some warping of the pages and some mild staining from the coloration of the skulk.
Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear it. All right, I'm gonna wiggle them. Don't mind what I'm doing here.
I will not mind you. I'm going to install some of the glass, perhaps in the
yes, of course,
in the upper area.
Yeah, I'm just gonna grab some materials I might need. See if we can get a little bit more. But that all sounds really cool.
Yes,
I've never been much for book restoration myself, so this is amazing to just
it's been very fascinating
hear about how you're able to learn so much from pages that I would have thought I could never get to read.
Yes, well, I'm glad that they will be read. The contents from the few pages I looked at seem very fascinating. I very much appreciate you bringing them here to be restored. It has been very enlightening.
I'm glad I could. Honestly, it's nice to be able to just come to the library for things and just like have another spot to do ideas or come for. Oh, I've got this funky, this fun, silly little thing that I want to get read on or get books restored or even come to invent. It's really nice.
Yes, well, I'm glad it can be such a place that is what Peter and I aim for. It is nice to have a community around that enjoys the library, I suppose.
You've succeeded. I would say you have absolutely succeeded. In my humble opinion.
I think I have built this incorrect.
What are you doing over there? You having a good time?
I am having a good time. I am simply... I see what we have done. The end of the telescope is supposed to be 3x2, and we've made it 3x3, and it is...
no one will stop us.
No one's going to know.
If we don't snitch, nothing goes wrong.
I can't see any reason that it would change the
I'm taking
angle.
off my glasses. I can't see nothing.
See nothing. I
have the worst eyes without these. My render distance is like 1. with these off, I cannot get far. It will not be a good time one Rune PM without his glasses.
I can imagine my own. I am quite blind without my own glasses. Yes.
If I do.
Is this anything? It is not. Never mind.
Is this anything? And then immediately takes it back.
I was looking at it and I thought, perhaps, but no, perhaps. It is simply. It is not you.
No.
No.
Nobody needs to. How would they know? You're right. How would they know? Who's gonna tell them?
Yeah.
Nobody's snitching. There won't be a problem. Oh, okay. Okay. Now let me stack my two different color coppers on top of each other.
Mhm.
Let me do it. Don't stop me. This is rude. I wanted that segue right there. Maybe.
Right. Try this instead, perhaps?
Not that. Give me this back. Maybe we'll just.
Yes, I broke it.
Other than book restoration, have you been up to anything else?
Mostly just continuing research, I suppose. The same things as last time.
Same old, same old.
Same old, yes. Nothing too groundbreaking or interesting or anything like that, I suppose. But how about you?
Since I'm trying to think what happened since last time. I think I made Gizmo. That was pretty wild. Then there was the race. That was fun.
It's a shame I was not able to attend.
It was something else. It was really cool. There's the rings everywhere. You can kind of see them all over the
I've
place.
noticed. They have been very tempting to fly through, I will admit.
They're really cool looking. They're like everywhere. They go all the way to the other parts of the.
Where did that go?
To the I guess the village or anything what we call a little town here.
Yes,
but the race was really fun. So. I've never actually been at a town long enough that it got named, to be real.
I don't think I have either in quite a while.
Most places these days don't really, get that far. But maybe. I think we could have a name at some point. We could have a little fun. I mean, we've got kind of all the things you need. We have so many amenities. Just like
an abundance of amenities, even.
There's so much to do. There's so much like whimsical things to get into. A booming
tourist industry, perhaps. There's so much to see, so much to do.
There's certainly plenty to do. Like, of course. A tiny would be cool. I think so too.
I suppose it will.
All right. How are we feeling about this shape?
I'm enjoying the shape, I think.
I'm gonna get a wall, maybe. See, I needed so much copper, and now there's just a whole bunch of different kinds in my pockets. Copper. Yeah, we're gonna use more of these supports because they feel extra supporting.
It is, I imagine, quite heavy, being largely copper. I feel it's probably.
I'm all right.
Are you sure?
All is well. Yes.
Okay.
Quite all right. I just walked backwards right off.
I suppose I'm not one to talk, but you are. I suppose I'm not one to talk, but
that was one time out of. Okay, that was one.
That's my numerous.
I'm doing all right. Good thing for boots. See, that's why we wear the boots. That's why we do it. We all know why.
Ankle support.
Do you have any lecterns? We could probably put those around. Maybe I can put a few chairs down. Cause that'd be nice in terms of
it must do somewhere. There must be some.
For comfort and all that, while you're out here looking at the stars, you could.
Yes. I will.
You fall off the building, not inside of it. Well, I like to keep you all on your toes. I like to keep things interesting. I like to be a little dynamic. A little different.
a little energetic, constantly in motion, even.
Virgil. You just fall off again.
Oh, no, I jumped off. It's fine.
Okay.
It was intentional this time.
I've got a question for you when you come up here.
Yes.
Oh. You can do it. Gosh darn it. Question. You. Maybe this is a bit personal, so you can tell me if it is, and I can back off. But you know about stress molting, and things like that.
Yes, I am. familiar with it. It's sort of a common habit of mine. The malting and then the picking sort of stems from it, I suppose. Yes.
Have you found anything that helped, or have any idea that might help someone who is stress melting?
I suppose it varies from person to person. I mean, obviously, eliminating the cause of stress is usually,
the easy
sure,
one.
the easy one, but I
figured. That's fair. No, you're all right.
No, it's I suppose I found having someone there to help with it was grounding. Normally for me it would be Peter, or when I was younger, our mentor Giovanni would sort of walk me through it, help me preen more healthily than the nervous plucking. But I don't know. Having a reassuring presence is more helpful than I think most people would admit.
Thank you.
Yes,
good to know.
Is everything okay? I mean, I know that you don't. Just once you're on.
Yeah, it's all good. I just interested for people I care about.
Yes.
I mean,
I understand.
I'm not a stranger to the avians. I've been about them all my life, but there's some things that I won't understand the same way. So I've got to learn.
I'm sure. I think it is. Well, whoever you are learning for would appreciate that you are learning for them, I think.
Now, back to our telescope. I think we're about done.
Yes, I was going to say, I think it is quite finished. I appreciate it. Thank you. It is
telescoping and everything.
It is telescoping. It is.
Yeah, well, we can put the books on the lecterns later, and people can come and read.
Yes, perhaps I can put some rugs, some more flag rugs up here for people to
more
sit
flag
on.
rugs. Bring them over.
I will perhaps find some way to prevent the snow from taking up too much space in the area. But I suppose that we can potentially put these away. The books, maybe.
A communal star journal by the. Ooh, that's a good note. Putting like a communal star journal by the one of the lecterns, by the telescopes people can put down. Maybe in this one over here.
Yes, I agree.
And it can be maybe a little sign that says like communal. I'll make one real quick.
Oh, there are some signs.
Communal.
I can find
communal
some
star
dyes
journal. Nice.
To make it look pretty later. But
There's a shield in there. I think that's Virgil's.
The shield. Yes, I took that. Yes. some pink. Oh, these are very wonderful.
That's lovely. Look at those sparkles. That's nice.
I will see.
You can glow ink it later. It's book time. I'm very invested in these books.
Yes, I am also quite
book time.
We'll be excited to.
I forgot what level they're on.
This one here, I think.
Okay.
If I just.
Gizmo, it's book time. Gizmo, stop standing there. It's book time.
Well, these are.
Gizmo, come here. I have a lectern. We can even read them on.
Oh.
Come here. There you go, bud.
To.
Ooh.
This is the. I mean, the binding itself is not anything particularly fancy. Mostly some edge protectors, some linen binding, and I have tried to composite the titles as best I can from the remnants of the last covers, but.
Volume 1, Valencia Delvaux. Volume 7, Eyeless Ward. Oh, okay. All right. I'm so interested.
I am also very intrigued. The presence of a volume 1 and a volume 7 intrigues me greatly. I'll be so
honest. I know, because then that means there's
at least 6 more.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yes.
There's at least 6 more. There's like there's. What about 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? What about the other 5? What's the rest? Is there more than 7? Okay. But
anyway,
can't get ahead of ourselves. We gotta read these ones first.
Start with 1.
All right, I'll read us off. Oh, it's not too big. Our world is full of mysteries, and has been for centuries prior to the catastrophe. To believe we could understand it in its entirety was seen as a foolish endeavor, the realm of madmen and dreamers, and yet I am neither. And in these texts which you hold now are a testament to such a fact. They very well may be the most important texts written in our world, in all of history, and I take no shame in admitting my hubris when it comes to this. I, Valencia Delvo, have dedicated my life to the study of that which has been lost to us, and that which has changed in the life I have lived. Should I go to my grave, I would be remiss to not impart the knowledge of the secrets I have uncovered in the magic which has shaped the fractured world I leave behind. These volumes are a testament not merely to my academic and adventurous rigor, but to the abilities of our species and the power with which we wield. From towering arcane structures to the depths of the long-forgotten cities, I've catalogued my discoveries. Within this library of forgotten knowledge, in hopes that those who come after me will never again lose the knowledge I have so desperately fought to preserve. If you are reading this volume, no others follow. Know that the wealth of knowledge in your hands is beyond that which can be quantified, and if this knowledge is to be lost, I fear hope may as well be lost alongside it. You're always in the void beyond islands and stars. Valencia Delvo, mistress of the Obscura Mysterium.
This is fascinating. There was someone else.
This is written by the
looking for studying magic and the islands. It is.
I could over here. Valencia Delvo, mistress of the Obscura Mysterium.
There was a book plate in one of the earlier in one of the older covers that I had to remove because it was too badly damaged. It said Ex Libris Obscura Mysterium, the library of hidden mysteries or obscure mysteries.
Oh,
that could be what these are.
I've never heard of this name. The towering arcane structures and depths of the long-forgotten city. Our species as a whole, with the power with which we wield. The magic that shaped the fractured world. These are old.
These are very old. The fact that the pages themselves are still surviving is...
She might be one of those from the old world.
It certainly sounds like it. The way she talks of
one of the sorcerers.
The sorceress and of the world changing, the world she lived in, and finding the rest of these books could be one of the greatest academic and scientific discoveries
in the world.
Yes.
They must be hidden everywhere. Throughout so many cities,
the cities and structures and libraries.
Structures
they could be
anywhere. We just accidentally thought that maybe the lights going off would do something. These could be anywhere.
These could change the course of the way that we understand the world around us. The other one. We should read the other one.
The other one, yes, of course. Okay, all right. This is volume 7, The Eyeless Ward. Our cities have always been dangerous, whether it be the mobs who spawn in the gloom of the islands above, or strange magic users who seek what is held within. With these dangers came a new creation, born of the pitoid substance that once coated the floors and walls of the deep caves, now lingers in the lower islands. Gok. The Warden, an enhanced variation of the Iron Golems in the sun-touched village, albeit a bit more complicated. They are a variation of the Iron Golems. They make their own. Forged with Arcana some odd ages ago that have persisted through the anomaly, beasts with no eyes, only guided by their impressive sense of smell and hearing. With soul-like entities that drift in their chest cavities and a sonic blast they can emit through solid rock without making a dent. I've always felt there was some more use to them, and it seems I was correct. See, the best place to hide something of power and note isn't always the city itself or the books, but instead the beast's charge to protect it. Slaying one is difficult. I truly could not recommend it for those of lesser strength, but if so bold to do so, the Warden Heart is an amazing resource, one I've already found indispensable use for. The Arcane Chronometer, as I've decided to call it. Its primary purpose is to gauge and locate power sources of Arcana, though it does not work quite well here. Among the cities where sorcerers bleed together, nonetheless, the use of the Warden's Heart with its natural crystals, out of its domain, and a bit of raw Arcana makes for an impeccable asset to keep track of the obelisk's power. We wouldn't want any to fall and be caught unaware, would we? Yours in the void beyond islands and stars, Valencia DeVoe, mistress of the obscure mysterium.
There are plants.
There's sketches. There's sketches of this device.
Device.
This is amazing.
Did you get one? You killed one.
I could.
Didn't you?
No. I just encountered it. I've never killed. I just encountered it. I felt its blast through the walls. But this is amazing. It's hot. I knew there was something more to it. The reason why those souls flew around in its chest. I was not.
Arcane Chronometer.
Primary purpose is to gauge and locate sources of Arcana.
It's fascinating. It speaks of Arcana both as an energy and as a physical material. If we could find a way to make one of these, we could find physical evidence of Arcana.
We could see where it's strongest. We could gauge where it's weakening and where it's strongest and know.
And potentially find out why certain islands are slowly losing the Arcana that keeps them in.
This would be an amazing thing to recreate if we could get the heart of the Warden and these other materials and make this. I can replicate this. It's almost like that of a glorified compass in a way.
Like, yes. I suppose, yes, working on rather than magnetic energy, the inherent.
Because a chronometer measures. It's just a measure of Arcana. And that makes the skulk. It reacts to the experience and Arcana of fallen things. It reacts to it. It can spread with it. It almost senses it. So it would make sense that the Warden also has some kind of reaction to it, and with its senses, the way its horns work, the way it moves, it's hard. It's hardly the key to.
Could potentially function almost like a network or a nervous system connecting back to the central being of the Warden. If it is, if its ability to detect magic is so inherently strong, it could spread out through the remaining biological organisms.
It could.
Well, we know where one is.
We do. Bit hard to deal with, though. It took both me and Ava out, so it might be something. Might be something we need help with.
Yes.
Need other people to come with us.
Someone
who can fight and all
that. More physically inclined than myself.
And maybe me as well. I need to get more gear. I need to.
Yes, I am.
It's hard to go out and do things and explore about, but that would be really helpful.
I sort of only have these leggings that Erin gave me. This is about the extent of my armor.
I've got shoes.
Together we make up almost half a suit of armor.
We make up almost half of a suit of armor. I've been working on the idea of a glider. I think it'd be really helpful if I could get. If I can hopefully make it work, especially with updrafts, then I can virtually travel up and down pretty well. And if I can explore about more and get more materials, God, I'm even more invested now.
vertical
I want to
aspect
get
would
around
have
faster
certainly-
because these are apparently out there. At
If we
least
could
5
find
more, if
of them
not.
out there,
There could be
where would the other
dozens.
5 be? Do you think there could be
These
one
ones
in
were
the
in the
city
city,
itself, or
maybe other cities?
perhaps
Maybe other structures. They were hidden, so I don't think they're in plain sight.
Peter and I got a visit the other day from an interesting individual, Gavrin. They spoke of additional ancient structures, not cities or even the obelisks and towering structures some of the books speak about, but other ancient structures. They could possibly be hidden in those as well, if there is built locations that we haven't
She's
even discovered.
amazing. This is
fascinated by this woman.
I've never gotten
Valencia
to
del
know
Val.
anything about the sorcerers, and the fact that
No,
she's scattered these knowledge around like a puzzle is outstanding. Maybe I'm a bit too invested.
No, I am certainly.
But I really like
well.
puzzles, and I really want to know everything she knew.
I want to know how this all fits
Because
together.
it might be the key. Might be the key to fixing things.
The key to keeping this town we talked about naming up in the air. I could.
Oh, okay. I can't go to bed now. I can't.
No,
like,
I am
sleep.
not sleeping after this.
I need to be up. I need to.
Obviously,
I need to like.
you found the books, and if you would like to keep them yourself, I understand. Or
I would enjoy to keep them, but I could make I wouldn't mind a copy being here.
Yes, but I was going to say perhaps a copy. We could find a specific section of the library for this.
For these
Obscura Mysterium. Yes.
The Obscura Mysterium. Okay.
Are
you? I doubt you're going to sleep anytime soon.
No,
I think
not
you're
at all.
just as
Not
interested
after
about this.
I am.
Yeah, I think you're just as interested in this as I am. And I've got 2 cups of coffee, and you've got a book of libraries. There's a library of books here that we could come through in case there's anything that we've missed.
Anything. I mean, some of our books, I have some knowledge of where some of our older tomes are, ones dating back to older villages, and we can certainly have a look.
And I think, Virgil, we have a very fun night on our hands.
I
see if there's
absolutely
anything
agree,
here.
Rune.
Right.
Gizmo?
I
suppose we should head downstairs
start
and
looking.
start.
Let's go.